What's up YouTube, Mr. Legacy here, and welcome back to part Nightmare of the Echoing Strike guided playthrough. Now, part normal was pretty fun, nice and simple, getting through, character was decently strong. You can, of course, level this character more and more if you would like, and spend that time there, or you can just push through. Kind of up to you how strong you feel. I'm going to go back to normal really fast. I'm level 32, but I want to go and do some cows. You know, that word. That's so hard to remember. I want to go do some cows, and I want to look for an insight base. So we'll come over here. Go to the Stony field. And do some cows. Now, yes, this will be a little bit of experience, but the main purpose of doing this is I want to try and find a base. As any of those white bases that are the pole arms and stuff that can get 4 sockets will get 4 sockets from the cows. ChatGPT told you to repair the item before doing it. Don't. How many times do we have to have this conversation, chat? ChatGPT and all of your AIs suck at telling you accurate Diablo II information. They're just not good. They hallucinate a ton. They gather the information incorrectly. This game has gone through iterations.
Hello again.
It can't figure it out. It just doesn't. It'll give you so many wrong recipes, so much bad advice. Just don't do it. It doesn't think the Warlock exists. It'll tell you the expansion isn't real. Like, it's not gonna be good, I promise you. And it doesn't learn. Again, we've had this discussion before. It will not learn. LLMs are not built to learn from you correcting them. So if you finally convince it the Warlock does exist in Diablo 2, later on, it won't remember that. It hasn't learned that people can't teach it. That's not how they function. Yeah, to say it thinks is inaccurate. It doesn't think. Okay, so the main thing we're looking for here is some sort of... Try and keep him alive. Some sort of exceptional weapon bait polearm. That is our main desire right now. Got another point of blade warp. I'd also love to just get, like, the soul rune right here. That'd be sweet. Found a couple of Volges. Not quite what I'm interested in. Low quality partisan is a partisan still. I'm happy with it. Yes, the damage is a little bit lower from it, but it'll still work. Now, the most important thing to do, unlike ChatGPT just told this one person in chat, do not repair it. if you do the recipe to repair it, it will set the eye level to 1. When you go put a socket in it, it will become 3 open sockets and not 4 open sockets. Okay? Rune. What's the eligible for Chronicle Bug offline? So you can run many cows until you find that, or you can try and find a partisan later on that is not gonna be, you know, bad, or you can find, or, you know, not get 5 sockets, not too high of level. Or, like I said before, the easiest suggestion, and the one that I'm just going to make really to everybody here, if you're not getting it from the cows, is to just go get a bill. Just go get a bill. Bill will get 4 sockets. And that's just what he's going to do. I think the partisan is the best. It's just really high damage. So even though it's a little lower here, okay. Sell. 15% MF. Yeah. My rings aren't good enough. Lifesteal on a ring is actually really good for this build. So, I'm actually going to run that. Talisman would be amazing. Again, remember, speed doesn't matter. Because it's based off FCR. The biggest issue is Talisman is level 66 required. I think 66. 66, 67, something around there. So, we'll see if we can get a regular white partisan here. Again, it may be best for you to just run cows 3-4 times, if that makes you feel better, until you find one. Right? It can do it on players 8. You can get a lot of bases. You can also get the rune drops that you need here. You can get that Raltier Tal Soul. So, this is not a bad place to be. At all. You can also take your anger out on the dairy industry. So many things. Oops. So many things you can do here. I don't know, some people might just have anger towards it. They are aware of it, yes. There's a Lochaber axe. Unfortunately, those only get 3 sockets maximum. So that would not be a good candidate to try and make insight. few more. And then, like I said, I've got my low quality. I'm satisfied enough with it. We can go forward to Nightmare.
Good to see you. Good day.
Okay. So, part Nightmare, Echoing Strike.
These creatures
Stay on players 8.
shall yield to me or perish.
We can pick up the Den. Mang Songs is okay on this. Not like great. Ondles is nice if you want the experience. I used it and it was more than enough. Now. What's the damage on that? Not high enough. I was going to say you can also make it in a staff. Insight, that is. But it's not really till you get to the elite staff that you start to actually have a nice damage. Oh god. Thank you for leaving it, Darcy. Try and keep our Mercenary a little bit alive. 5-second rule. Exactly. Our Mercenary is not crazy important, but it's still, like, you know, nice to have.
No.
Thanks, Strazzy. We have the most dangerous thing ever right now with this.
Solon build drop coming, can feel it in my bones.
Ooh. I like it. A Costco-sized version of Starburst jelly beans. The worst thing that could have happened is my tummy. So good, but so many jelly beans. Alright, Mercenary, you're just gonna die. It's okay. Some of us may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make. Oh yeah, Den of Evil. Jelly beans, what are you, 80? Starburst jelly beans are god tier, so. Just so you know. Regular jelly beans, trash. What? That was my Lord Farquaad impression. Okay. Go ahead and... There's also... Rune. A, what do you call it? Sour Patch jelly beans now. Also good. I'm like, stop coming out with so many good jelly beans. But the Starburst jelly beans are straight up crap. Just don't identify anything from a rack. That is all. All right, and we will do towers. Offline racks will reset your chronicle right now. So towers are good for two things. Number one, experience. Number two, runes. Lots of good experience to be had in here. This is also why we run Magic Find, so we can find fun little goodies like a Saigons. Not clicking it. If you identify an item from a rack that is new to your grail, it will reset your grail. Now, Rune. That's just a glitch. Wow. Heavy boots now. Heavy boots are actually really good because they have mana steal on them. So even though it's a little less fast to run walk, it's only 2% mana steal. It's actually really nice for us. Getting leech on this build is super helpful. So that's actually a really, really nice drop. Super happy with it. Because now you can see it can almost kind of sustain itself. Not 100%, but it's doing a lot. Chest and graves are fine. It's just racks. Just be careful around racks. That's all. Okay. We'll go down to players 1 before we kill the Countess. Remember, we want Ral, Tyr, Tal, Soul. Put points into Vitality. Put points to Blade Warp. I'll show Neff, not quite. But all good. Lots of experience gained, which is super nice.
Good day.
And sure. Now, the best thing that could happen is we just drop an S4 open socket partisan. That is our ultimate ideal situation here, but that's okay. I also, even though I won't have the insight yet, may do the respec soon. Just to increase the size of my echoing strike, get more echoes out there. Blade Warp is going to add more damage per level. I think, right? Even though it's 5%. It should just be additive, actually, so. Halberd. Okay. Well. That may be worth... It's not ethereal, but that's fine. That may be worth looking at because we do have a low-quality partisan. So we can see what the damage looks like between the two. And we can also do double Soul Rune and then do an Insight for a Mercenary as well if we wanted, just so he can have really big damage. Warlock GDQ win. Should try for it, huh? Blue partisan. Darn. Yeah, it's only 4% damage boost on the Levitation Mastery. Also 330 to 508. 346, 535. No, the thing you really want the most on your insight is going to be the crit roll, actually. The ED is nice, but the med is like whatever. You really want to just get a 6 crit roll. What nerfs do I see? I don't know, and we'll have to see what the devs decide. I think Echoing Strike, Blood Oath, maybe a little fire early on. My most expected, but Rune. Unfortunate. Bind Demon should definitely get nerfed.
Good day.
Okay. We'll go ahead and replace that guy, and we'll put this guy here as well.
These creatures of darkness shall yield to me, or perish.
Do I have a video on how I did my 99 Warlock run? Kind of, not really. I guess the synergies should be worth more to Echoing Strike because they're boosting the flat damage on it, which then gets boosted. So they're actually applying a lot there, so that probably is better. Oh geez. Cool. Grab plate mail for our mercenary. Fissure or NATO druid? I mean NATO later on. Why do you always play the same dead game? Just how it is. Can Crystal Sword drop here before sockets? It can. Again, Spirit is just not gonna be worth it here over Insight. But more Cathan's lifesteal. That's a lot of lifesteal right there. Go down to players 1 before she dies. Full hell.
Good day.
It's nice. Let's go ahead and take stuff that we just want to sell. So we can sell some gems. This character recommend for playthrough? Yeah, I mean that's what we're doing right now, a playthrough of it, so you can see 6 max damage, 1 mana per kill. It's okay.
My llama, I feel so left out. No one comes into my accounting job that I've been doing for 25 years and asks why I keep doing the same boring accounting every day.
Shall yield to me.
Yeah.
Or perish.
I'm sorry. Hopefully in the future people will be more respectful and start asking you why you do the same boring accounting every day. But people are rude. I mean, that could be made into an insight as well. Just a lower damage one. Insight does work in stabs, yes. Ooh, authority is interesting. So authority is Hell Shall Ral. The issue is I'd lose my FCR, which is pretty significant. However, I am gaining insight. So insight is 35 FCR. If I could go to 45, that'd still be just below the 48. However, if I use both, then I could be up on that 80, which would be really nice.
Good day.
That is a tough one. There's a cold damage in a smaller way.
Good day.
I don't know if there's any declones planned right now.
These creatures of darkness shall yield to me. Or perish.
So we lose that FCR, but again, like I say, we gain the FCR in the other ways. They don't stack, it'll just be the same. Now, hitting crazy high breakpoints isn't that important. So the 35 may just be enough, honestly. Because 30 to 48 to 75. You know. I'd rather have +2 skills, probably. So I think it's worth it. I'd lose a little faster run walk, which I'd be sad about. But other than that. Other than that. Single player, the eligible for Chronicle text is a little buggy. Players 1. Again, main focus is just getting this soul rune. Doll. Not quite.
Good day.
Darn essay. Still cool. Not quite. But the beautiful thing is you just keep gaining levels while you're doing this. You can go to like mid 40s, mid to high 40s before it really starts to slow down. In Nightmare Countess, so ooh. Not the best two-piece Saigons by any means, but +1 all skills is helpful. I mean, that is nice. But I would lose a lot of resist for it. It's just lit to use anything other than stealth once in a while. I can agree with that. I think for the sake of the playthrough, I'm going to do it just because, you know, you use stealth all the time, always, forever. When you get the opportunity to use something else, sometimes you gotta take it. Like a lot of times on my barb playthroughs, I love to make a myth or something, you know? I don't know, 40k. Probably close to that number. big lifesteal on Saigons. Is that at 2 or 3 pieces to get that 10% lifesteal? 2 piece? Oh man, well that's so much lifesteal that we have though. I could get up to 27% lifesteal if I did that. That's insane. Alright, let's get our soul rune first. Wow. Well, now Bulwark opens up as an option. Oh boy. Let's go do the den really fast. Yeah, manly string would be great.
These creatures of darkness shall yield to me, or perish. Another den of
You found a Ko and ran Hysteria. Yeah, it's fun to find some of those other items and run those. No, I'm putting it on the individual because this is simulating it being a solo self-found run. So I don't want someone who, you know, it's like, well, I don't have a share. The idea is this character wouldn't be sharing any gear or anything from anyone else. So one thing about Echoing Strike is that it has a size of 1. No matter how big your weapon is, the projectile echoes you shoot out have a really narrow size. So it actually, when you only have 1 echo, it's like a little rough because you're like, man, it's hard to hit if there's a couple mobs standing next to each other. You have to be so precise. Which is why getting the additional echoes is really helpful.
of this place departs with me.
7 max damage. It's not bad with 29 to mana.
Greetings.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's probably worth it. Okay. Let's...
Good day.
Let's do some work. Hellshale Ral. Ral. Do I have another Ral? I don't. That's right, I have four towels. So, Ral tier towel, so I need a soul. And then Bulwark is Shale, Io, Soul. Oh my god, it's another soul rune. So I need another Shale and soul rune. So that may be a lot. That one might be tough.
Good day.
One to barb skills. Not quite. We'll go ahead and give our mercenary that for now.
Yes.
And let's take a look. So this is 6340. The point there. And what's the damage? 12 to 45, 25 to 56. So it's a slight damage increase, but much more stats required. So it's like one of the higher end, but it is a normal base still. However, with the low quality, you know, the average damage isn't that much of a difference. I think we just will make it in this for now. And we can save that and make it in that as well. Again, give one to me, one to Mercenary.
I'll put that to good use.
I think that's the way to go. Okay, so let's respec. Let's put a point in Levitation Mastery. 74 and 47. We'll go there. We can spend 1 on that if we want. That'll be enough for there. This one will be higher on both. So the stats are a bit high. Max Echoing Strike. Ooh, getting Hex Siphon's kind of interesting, but it's not great at level 1. Getting a Bound Demon is also super good. Yeah, I guess we'll do it. It makes sense. And we'll go 1 down to Blood Oath as well. And then we'll put the rest into Mirrored Blades. I'm actually going to put like 3 points in Levitation Mastery or something. Yeah, being able to get cursed is just like super nice. And I'll still put 15 points into energy. Just to help out. Cool. And we have that. Okay. So now we can keep farming here. We can go get our Bound Demon. I may actually just run forward to grab the Bound Demon. Now, something to note is the damage is not actually increasing. Let's check them out. So when I add an echo, I'm not doubling my damage. It's actually splitting the damage up among the echoes. So it just divides it across how many echoes you have. But it's giving me much more AoE, which is just a lot more helpful to have. So my damage isn't increasing there so much as it's just I'm able to hit stuff a lot easier. When cubing, upgrading an item to the tier from normal to exceptional to premium, does the ED persist? Yeah. Yeah, I just have 1 point in Hex Bane. I don't really feel the need to, like... do much more with it. Soul Rune, Soul Rune. Okay, let's continue forward really fast. I want to go get Pitspawn. Now, for right now as well, for people that are, hey, Bill. Set Bill is actually really nice. Set Bill is actually a ton of damage. 42 to 159. He's got 200 ED. Man. That is kind of tempting. But we'll leave it for the Mercenary. He can use Mr. Bill. Rip. Oh yeah, he's really underleveled right now. That makes sense why he died. Wait, it should be over here. There it is. So we'll give him to Nightmare Bill. Well, just like, you know, what's the size of a fireball, right? It could be like size 3 or something. I don't exactly know its size, but many other projectiles have a bigger size. This one's just always a tiny size. Are the high strength dex pawns worth investing in early late game? 775? Yeah. For show. Is Miasma better for leveling? Miasma is the strongest leveling build, but not everybody wants to level the strongest build. A lot of people want to just level up on the build that they want to play, you know. Which is why we have guided playthroughs for all of them. We have a guided playthrough for Miasma. We have a guided playthrough for Cleave. We have a guided playthrough for Demon. We have a good guided playthrough for this now. Give you options. Keep going into Mirrored Blades here. Miasma is rough on Switch. Not good for Switch. I thought Fire was better than Miasma. Fire is stronger until Nightmare Act 4, and then Miasma is... So you can do the, like, you know, switch into it if you want. Used Apocalypse Nightmare Act 4, no problems. I mean, it just when we're it's not that it will be impossible. It's just, you know, when we're speedrunning, it is faster to swap into magic at that point. So. Alright, let's go this way. And for those playing in the future, maybe there's been some nerfs, changes to the character. I mean, I may just do a guided playthrough again if that's the case. But Bind Demon may be worse, and it may not be investing into in that future.
Yes.
So right now, it is. If it isn't in the future, I'll probably just make another guided playthrough without it. That's my thoughts, but... I mean, I think it's worth Scavenger, but that one's kind of up to you. Let's do... That's fine. Ariok's Needle is plus to skills, big damage, and deadly strike. The combination of all is really good. Okay, so let's go find Pitspawn. Smith is a big old tanky boy, but... Two-socket poleaxe. Good blades. Cool. Okay, so now we have Pitspawn, so he's going to curse everybody. And that's just going to really boost our damage up even more. If I got 257, but only 3 crit on my insight, should I re-roll? Nah, just, like, whatever you roll, just keep it, honestly, unless it's, like, no, you know, like 200 ED, 1 crit or something. Like, okay, maybe I'd consider re-rolling that. But... I mean, you should be fine enough. If you feel like you're playing it and it's feeling really weak, then you can, you know, boost it up some. But it should be fine. Okay. Let's keep looking for that soul rune. Unfortunately, taking a little bit of time. Finding dolls and like literally every rune around it. Doll, Hell, Soul, Shale, Am. I have found all of those. Thol. I think I've found every single rune. Io except for Soul Rune. Let me see. We found L, Eld, Tyr, Eth, Ith, Tal, Ral, Ort. Did I list Soul? Oops. Yeah, I have found every single rune except for Soul Rune. That's funny. Up to Io, right? All the ones that like are possible right now, I mean. Humongous. Oh wait, that's not humongous. That is Brain Hue. I mean, 10% mana stolen per hit? Yeah. Sure. A little bit less damage, but all the mana steal. Love it right now. Next declone spawn. I don't know if it's set yet. Tier Rune, players 1, Soul Rune, Soul Rune, Soul Rune. The 2.6 runers are still ladder only. Oh my god. Dole Ort. This is crazy. The thing is, I've only found 1 am. So I'm actually like, I guess we could cube a lot of Orts into Tholes. Tholes into Ams. Then go from there and get the soul. Like, I mean, it's a... That mana leech is super nice. More mirrored blades. Level 47. We're definitely getting to that point where the experience is starting to not get worth it down here. The X is sick looking. I know, it's cool. It's cool. There's one. Soul Rune. For the sake of the run, I may just grab a soul from my shared stash. Pretty decent damage for early there. Okay. Well, we would just keep doing that over and over indefinitely until, oh my god, we got a soul rune. That's great. I mean, at this point, I'm not even gonna be killing anything. I would literally just be running to it constantly over and over again. It's like shopping the telly staff. After a long enough time, you go, yeah, we got it.
Good day.
So now I want to get a 3-socket armor. You don't have to do this, especially if you did not find a hell rune. And stealth is still good enough, but like we talked about before, I think it's kind of fun to use these pieces, right? Like go and use something that you don't normally use. So we're gonna go ahead and just grab a 3 open socket breastplate right here. It may take a couple of minutes to shop. This is just normal Act 2. Just reset the town back and forth. And then we will continue moving forward as, you know, we've spent a lot of time. You got the beautiful Act 2 music. What more do you need?
Blessings to you.
You're level 80. Where do you level up?
Honor to serve you.
Baal runs, Chaos runs, Terror zones.
Good day.
Now, breastplate is the best 3-socket of these ones here because it can be,
It's an honor to serve you.
it's a light plate, whereas the other ones can be like medium and heavy armors, which means they slow you a little bit. So I would prefer a breastplate, but, you know, again, for the sake of going forward and stuff, we'll take whatever.
How may I help you?
Plus, it also has a cool look. Yeah, it's true.
Good day.
One socket there.
How may I help you?
Sheesh. We can always pull one from the shared stash for the sake of the run. I don't think I have any in my shared, if I'm going to be honest.
Greetings.
So, we're going to have to shop it.
Hello.
Dang, Glory. It's still nice.
How may I help you?
I'll be raining soul runes now.
It is an
Probably,
honor to
right?
serve you.
So, again, this isn't fully necessary. Thank you, Zwali. But, can be something fun.
Greetings.
I mean, Brain New wasn't like a god find or anything. It's fine, but the 10% mana leech is actually really fun. However, we will be switching into Insight now, so short-lived fun.
How may I help you?
Darn. I was gonna say, if I had a perfect topaz, we could try and like roll sockets in it. What the heck?
And I instigate a flow so great, eviscerate the syndicate. I decimate, eradicate my foes and teratonic state. They suffocate, choke on my name. Lord of seduction, Lord of disruption, Lord of the lies, Belial hides inside. He's terrified, mass genocide. My master rhymes identify the stale while
Sure,
they
ring
listen
mail.
as I amplify, specify it's time to die.
Marcel Hosu. Insane. With 20 more gifted subs. I don't know where the gifted sub bombs are coming from today. Just kind of out of left field craziness. Good lord. Giant kisses. Thank you so much. For the shopping, yeah. Okay, so Hell Shale Ral is going to make Authority. This is the new armor. It does have 2 to Warlock skills. It also has some enhanced damage on it, which is fine for this build. Some fire res, and then, you know, a couple chances that are like whatever. So, again, we lose a little FCR and fast run walk, but we do gain +2 Warlock skills, which is really nice. Thank you again, Marcel. I also will put 1 more dexterity on, so I have enough dex for this. And we'll go Ral, Tier, Tal, Soul. Wow, what a roll. We hit the 6 crit. So level 15 Meditation Aura, medium. 215 ED, okay ED. But we got 6 to crit strike, which is really nice and does a lot for this. So that is a big damage boost for us overall right there. Very happy with it. But again, any roll you get should be solid still, so don't feel like, you know, you need it to be something. Yeah, and now we get some additional plus skills, which increases that damage there. A little more levitation mastery, a little more on the Hexbane, a little bit more for our demon, right? Cool. Let's go to Nightmare. Let's go to Nightmare. Don't even. Jesus.
Lord of the hate and pain, I instigate a flow so great, eviscerate the syndicate, I decimate, eradicate my foes, enter in tonic state, they suffocate, choke on my name. Lord of seduction, Lord of disruption, Lord of the lies, Baal hides inside, he's terrified, mass genocide, my master rhymes identify the stale while they listen as I amplify, strict specify, it's time to die.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Rava with the 50 gifted subs. I mean, Marcel, Rava, and Vadius today. On top of everybody else. Insane. Actually insane. Mwah. Giant kisses for you guys. That's huge. That's Thank you for the generosity. Superior Bill. Ah, 2 sockets. Yeah, that's insane. We don't even have a sub goal. What sub goal do you guys want? That's crazy. I mean, I think you just have to bring down the craziness of the bound demons to make consume more sexy. Do I use Eldritch Blast in the Echo build? Not really. I use it on the Cleave build. Punch luck. Jesus. You've been having fun with a max sigil death build? What's the percentage on it at that point at maxed? So the problem with the bound demon only build is it doesn't start till level 30. Hey, thank you. Really appreciate that, Marcel and Rava. Oh, Bill. What you doing, Bill? 1 socket. Alright, I think I'm on players 8, so let's make it count. We are, but it's okay. Our damage is so good. Level 30 bind demon slaps. Oh yeah. It'll come. Click. Warcry barbarian named Jungle George that can only farm in Act 3 without repeating zones. Specific. Decent res and stuff on those. We'll take them. Nothing too crazy. But Act 1 is done. Congratulations. You're crushing it. Now, for Act 2. Ultra hardcore, no healing run. Oh, that could be fun. Let's go ahead and grab a Might Mercenary. It doesn't look like it's going to give us one. Alright, well, since we don't have Might, we'll just grab Holy Freeze for now. We can pick up a Might later on. That's fun, Brian. Holy Freeze is still nice for safety. Hardcore, do you think it's better to max Blood Oath or Hex Purge? I mean, Blood Oath is going to be safer, right? I like Hex Siphon for the survivability it adds, personally. The minus damage. When are we getting naked? Tomorrow. Yeah, I guess tomorrow evening. I was going to say, we have part hell of this build, but we can run that after. Moo.
Whoop 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 to 31 months of Admiral Mask greatness. Thank you for everything you do for the entire community.
Any Diablo walks this weekend? None that I see immediately, but... let me see if there's a... I'll ask. We went over to Asia for one this morning. You know you can just swap servers. You don't have to, like, fly all the way to Asia, right? Make sure you're aware. I mean, enjoy your time in Asia, though. It'd be fun. You know what doesn't help? Moo Girl wants to travel. She loves traveling. She's like, I just want to go places. Let's go to Asia. Let's go to Europe. Let's go to all over. I'm like, we got a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. Almost 3-year-old now. Sounds miserable. But you know what's awful? All of the, like our neighbors travel all the time with their little babies. Our most nearby neighbor was like taking trips with like a 3-week-old. I'm like, that seems really early. She's like, they just had the baby and they're traveling. Come on, people. Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't seem good. I'm like, I don't know. Does it? It just seems not as fun. Traveling with babies, dealing with nap time schedules, and all the everything. Like, how much of a vacation is this really? Or are we just spending thousands of dollars to be scrambling around in another place trying to get everything set? Plus, they don't even remember any of it. You get that from your wife with people on TikTok? Well, yeah, that's the other thing. She's like, this influencer travels with her baby. Like, that's her job, is to travel with her baby. It's like somebody being like, Mr. Llama plays video games all day. Yeah, it's his job. Okay, so we get 35 FCR from this, which means the FCR from this is not as valuable anymore. So, this sweet amulet that we just found with 10 all res and 29 to energy is super sick. Because this FCR is not getting us to another breakpoint. And so we get 10 all res. And then we also get 29 energy, which is like 6 levels worth. So that's really nice. Like, at what age do you think trips actually start becoming worth it? And if you think it is a low age, I'd love to hear. Like, I'm not trying to say
So
you're
what's
right
the
or
dental
wrong.
insurance update? Did you decide to just take out all their teeth and cancel?
4 to 5 plus. Is that when a child can comprehend what's happening? I guess that's part of the question. When does a child gain consciousness? Wow, what a map. First grade. 5 to 6.
Hello.
Thanks, Chowds. No dental update currently. I waited for the claim to come in. The doctor said we owe like $250, or the dentist. My insurance says we owe $160. So I have to figure out what the difference is there. But also, my insurance, the dentist, like I said before, accepts no insurance. They are now out of, not they don't accept it, they are out of network on every insurance now, so that they can balance bill. So I don't know if I can even ask them to make a claim to go, my insurance to go in network for the whatever, because they don't do any. I don't know. It's confusing. Yeah, we'll find a new dentist. We still got to deal with this one. Or just let it go to collections, whatever. It'll be reimbursement after you pay the dentist. But I have to get it approved first, though, right? Like, I have to appeal to the insurance. Ooh, there's a white partisan. But see, like, this partisan, 5 sockets. If we Larzik it. It's going to be too high of a level. Or they have network when you went. So here's the thing. Everything is out of network. Oh my god.
Lord of the hate and pain, I instigate a flow so great, eviscerate the syndicate, I decimate, eradicate my foes and turn tonic, say they suffocate, choke on my name.
Jesus today.
Lord of seduction, Lord of disruption, Lord of the lies, Blah hides inside, he's terrified, mass genocide, my master rhymes identify the stale while they listen as I amplify, strict specify, it's time to die.
Binary with a 20 gifted. Oh, I love it. From 2.5 years old, she remembers? That's crazy. Wait, what do you mean you double clicked? It only did it one time, right? Let's see the one. Thank you so much, Binary. Okay, good. For the 20 gifted. Insane. You remember Disneyland at 4 years old? Wow. Yeah, but if I normalize the quality, then I'll get 3 sockets max. 7 is when they pretty much remember everything. Okay. So, like I said, last year or something, the dental office said, hey, we're no longer in network for any insurance whatsoever. So we're just going to be out of network for everything. But we'll accept your insurance and we'll just deal with them on a insurance by insurance basis. Right?
How disappointing.
So, when we went and got the girl's teeth cleaned last year on the other insurance, it was fine. This year we went to go do it, and we told them about our new insurance, and they're like, okay. And then after the insurance, after the they got their teeth cleaned and stuff, they were like, hey, you owe us like a few $100s. Well, not immediately after, right? Then we went home, and then they like billed the insurance, and our insurance was like, hey, we're only going to give you $250 for the cleanings or whatever. And they were like, well, we're charging, $600. So then they're like, okay, well, we're going to come to you now. Your insurance didn't give us the $600. They only gave us $250. So you owe us the rest. And we're like, I thought you can't just do surprise billing. And they're like, well, that's only if we're in network. But we're not in network with anybody, so we can balance bill and surprise bill legally because it's fine. So they were like, gotcha, sucker. So then chat was like, okay, ask them to file a claim on your behalf to go in network. But then my question was, if nothing is in network, because everything is out of network there, then does that matter? Or do I just go straight to my insurance and just do a one-time appeal? Hey, will you guys pay this one time? Or reimburse me, whatever. And then go find a new dentist that, is in network the next time. Which is probably what I'm just going to try and do. And if they're like, no, we're not going to give you that appeal, then I'm just probably going to find a new dentist and say, sorry, this dentist, maybe you guys shouldn't be out of network and surprise bill everybody. Like, legally you got us. But I'll just let it go to collections. Yeah, it's like the insurance is a scam, the dentist is trying to scam. It's like everybody's trying to scam and get everything they can right now with it. And it's like, what the heck? I just want to get a cleaning for my kids. Why is this so difficult? Keep up some juvies for later. Oopsies. I've got put them over there instead. Put them right here. Was there already a new sub goal for 5,300? No, we didn't even have time to come up with a new sub goal. Ultra hardcore was the thought of something, maybe. Still pitching George to the jungle. What do I do for all the other times, though? Second way. Naked treadmill playthrough. Now I gotta be on the treadmill for it. Yeah, it just seems silly. Aw. Just all seems silly. Now, like, I go to my dentist and I'm like, how much is this cleaning? And they're like, we don't know. We'll see what your dentist says or what your insurance says 3 weeks later. And then 3 weeks later, our insurance is like, we're not paying that. And they're like, well, you owe us now. Like, what? Can you give us a cash estimate? No, we can't give you a cash estimate because that's unfair to other customers. Everybody has to pay the same price, but we can't tell you how much it is for cash versus insurance. If we know you have insurance, then we can't tell you what the cash price is because the insurance companies would be mad. It's like a lot of stuff, you know. Just a lot of things.
Hey Llama, I'm
Hello.
about to have shoulder surgery and won't be able to use my left arm for about 6 weeks.
No.
What's the most one-handed mouse hand-only build you can think of?
I did a Boazon one-handed only, and that was not easy. Probably just like Fissure Druid is pretty one-handed.
Are you going to switch to left-handed for the next 6 weeks? Smile.
I didn't have left-handed plans, but... Yo, no way! No way, it's Ethereal! Oh my god, Eth Steel Driver. Are you kidding? I mean, that is going to be a lot of damage.
Damn it. Terror and
Wow.
will not elude me forever.
Huh. That's
Welcome to this
insane.
very common playthrough for the very common and average man.
So obviously the IAS doesn't matter. The requirements are nothing. Wow. I need a soul rune. I need to upgrade this. Like, I'm pretty sure that damage is just better. So let's do... Jeez. You know where you can pull one from? It's true. Let's just verify. A martel. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Soul Ral, perfect emerald.
Greetings.
Jesus. Wow. Yeah. I mean, okay. So Mercenary is going to get the insight. I think I'm going to swap off the authority and go back here so I can get the FCR.
Hello.
A perfect skull socketed in this would be amazing.
Gas $5 in Arizona.
No way. It's up to $5? Bro, that's insane. Okay, let's put on an FCR ring for now to hit the next breakpoint. Let's get rid of Bill. Yeah, I mean, I would need a pole rune for the next upgrade and also like level 60 something, so. Wow. I mean, what an insane drop. Look, your insight is still going to be great. Okay? So don't. The fact that it dropped Ethereal too is just hilarious. Excuse me. But like, what do you want me to do? I mean, how can I not use the Ethereal steel driver? How am I not, you know, what?
I've seen fools fawn over less. I'm sure
I didn't actually get a good look at the torch. I don't think it was the right one though. No. The damage is insane now. For Nightmare Act 3. Streamer getting gifted gear by the game. You know, this is very similar to I did a PD2 playthrough and I dropped a steel driver and I corrupted it and it hit 5 sockets and then it just like destroyed everything instantly, you know. It's like, well, that's ridiculous. Jaw from Act 1 TC, let's go. Now, an exceptional, like, Ethereal Partisan Insight, gonna be super godly too, right? So it's not like this is... Like, I don't get the crit strike here, I don't get the FCR, I don't get the meditation or on me. Like, there's definitely some downsides, you know, to this, but it's just a big old bonker weapon, and one of the nice things as well is the requirements are super low on it. So... it's still good. It's still very godly, but if you have a solid, like, insight, you'll also be crushing stuff. Yeah, Perfect Skull would be perfect for this. Honestly, I'm hoping the Forge will drop me something. I only dropped a regular skull before. But a Perfect Skull would just do so much. Also a little sad that we don't get to keep the Authority going, but that's okay. Bone Hue good too. Yeah, Bone Hue's great. Plus you get the 2 sockets in it. Super nice. Do I think Warlock's getting nerfed? I mean, I think he'll have to get some nerfs. Why not a 40 ED Jewel? Because this is just a random guided playthrough, so... What should you put in it with the 2 sockets? I mean... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like... Double Perfect Skull. Perfect Skull Amarin if you want more life leech. You could put ED from, you know... random jewels or things in there. Kinda some decent options. Yeah, you can't use the amp damage with your Echoing Strike, but nice for Act 5 Mercenary to use. Keep going Vitality, get our Mirrored Blades maxed. Let's get our Grail. True, we can Death Mark. Whoa, 35 MF. I'd have to lose some res and all that energy, though. That's a lot of magic fight. Is it worth investing in hexes when you're Echoing Strike? I'm less inclined to invest in hexes. You could if you want. A lot of people seem to enjoy like Hex Purge with it, which is fine. But I kind of like spending the points elsewhere. Just one point wondering this. Paranoid offline chronicles per character? It shouldn't be, is it? I don't think that's true. Hey, a 4-socket bill. Well, not really necessary now, but, you know. There is to show again. Why not? It definitely is not. First found 218. This character was made today. Okay, now I'll start putting points into Blade Warp. Why not Fanaticism? Well, Conviction doesn't really matter because I'm dealing physical damage. And so the minus defense is whatever, but it always hits. And Fanaticism is nice, but I really like just the immediate proc. Whenever you have Holy Fire, Holy Freeze, Holy Shock, as soon as you like get near, it procs everything around and curses them, so you don't have to wait for the curse. Hex Sigil only run. Wait, but how do I kill anything? There's no damage there.
Merc only run?
We've done a Merc only run before, I think, right? Might Aura gives more damage? Yeah, but you use Might Aura on your Mercenary. Why am I using Holy Freeze on my Mercenary right now? Because Might wasn't available last time we tried to buy it.
Come back this way,
Nope. Still gotta do a new game. Team Wahid. $10 mil, but you can never play Diablo again. Would you take it? Sure, I'll just play Diablo 2. Got him! 10 mil in my pocket, let's go. Llama, people can't play like you even on guided playthroughs. Yeah, well the thing with the guided playthrough is like, I'm just gonna play through the game at my speed. I know I play through faster than most people play through. Continue putting points into Blade Warp and Vitality. The thing is to just play at your own pace and just pause me. You know, if you're on YouTube and you're playing along, just like pause, catch your character up, do your leveling, do your stuff, and then, you know, come back in. If you're going for pure Nova Source, then you want to make sure to put points into static as well for the synergy. Otherwise, don't put points into Frozen Armor. I'd start going towards Hydra as a fun alternative, and or Frozen Orb, one of the two. Mephisto with Might is better than with Fanat. Yeah, but again, you're just going to get the Mercenary for it. Okay, I mean, there's Lifesteal. It's a little less, but it does have, you know, 1 max, 4 mana, poison, 8 res. I mean, it's actually very similar. We'll do it. Sure, why not? Whatever on those. Okay, let's reset so we can try and get a Might Mercenary.
Good day.
What's a good improvement over Insight? The thing is, Insight just takes you through to the end game. Like, it's literally a top tier end game item as well. So, you just get a better Insight. Make an Insight in an Elite base or, you know, whatever later on. Okay, there's a Heed. Now, if you want to, you know, really get better then you can go into, like, a Fortitude, right?
That to good use.
Fortitude weapon is really nice. Oh, it's Miserable Maxter. Level 4 and 5 is pretty much the only places that you'll expect to potentially get it. You saw a nice bump to your damage from Fanat on Mephisto. Yeah, Fanaticism Mephisto is going to give a good damage bump. But it takes longer for the curse to get applied because you have to wait for him to, like, swing and hit. And so I found that even though Fanaticism was nice there, it was better to just run around with a big ol', you know, quick swing, right? Just like a quick proc everywhere, and then stuff just died. I didn't feel like the Fanat was as necessary, especially when I'm fighting like Ghost and stuff. It's really annoying to have to wait for wait for him to hit. Here's our damage with the Might Aura now. 4.3 to 7k. Crazy. Yeah, the amp is worth more than the Fanat. That's the part I'm trying to emphasize. Fanat is nice and it makes your paper damage look better. But the immediate amp is just better. Ooh, and Ethereal are some Mephistos. That's rough. Obedience is also a solid upgrade of just like big damage. So remember, just like the bigger damage you can get on a weapon, the better. And Insight is obviously really great for it because it has the ED roll, it has the crit strike, it has the FCR. You can put it in an F4 socket, base. But it's not the only thing. There are other options, and there are things that I would find along the way where I'd say, yes, I have Insight, but I'm going to actually go for Steel Driver instead. You know? always play only single player? No. I've been playing multiplayer for the past, like, couple of weeks, actually. I mean, I literally got the first ring, you know, level 99 this past season as well, so. Thanks, Crackfox. Painful. Remember to bind Ishmael, it'll be better than the Tainted. True. True, true, true. Have I got the sniffles? I do.
Moo.
I heard Warlock's a bit OP. Is it true? Yeah. That's true. He's a little strong. Grief is not good for this build. It doesn't apply. That flat damage. Do you still manage a full inventory of potions in D2? Yep. No, you don't need 125 FCR for Ubers or anything. I just enjoy it. It's just nicer. But there are plenty of 75 FCR builds that are super high powered. Raka. Okay, let's turn these in. More vitality. Let's do sewers. Colossus Vulture is just very easy for the insight. Just guaranteed 4 sockets from Larzik. There we are.
Thanks. It's locked.
Should I just farm in them terror zones until one pops up without lighting moves for my Java?
Yeah, you can do cows and pit and other stuff otherwise. gonna lose our Merc. No! Ishmael! I didn't think he was gonna be right there. Okay, I'm actually gonna come back and get an Ishmael. Reset. I want to upgrade to Ishmael. You accidentally kill him too quickly. Oh, he's actually perfect too. He's got Aura Enchanted Holy Fire. So now he'll proc everything. Even better. Even better. Your streamer client, where the client plays for you and gives you whatever you need. Wife's finally taking down the Christmas tree. Wow. March. I think my favorite thing is that both of you walked past it continuously for all those months. Like, hey, you gonna get it? No, are you gonna get it? Alright, we'll go to players 1. And fight Mephisto. Nice and easy. Just like that. Give yourselves a clap. Nightmare. Mephisto. Act 3 is complete. On to Warlock skills. Yeah, sure, I'll put that on the offhand. Why not? Not that good. I don't really need that mana as much anymore. I could use a good helm. Also, I could use better gloves, too. So, when you could use a good helm and decent gloves, we can also go players 8 here. We are strong enough for sure. One of the best things to do is go shopping in Act 2. Just don't players 8 Isual. Honestly, it won't even be that bad if we do. But, yes. Remembering to try and not players 8 Isual will be, you know, nicer. Nobody needs to players 8 Isual. But we'll kill him still in a decent amount of time, even on P8. We're very strong right now.
How could you do that to Mephisto? He's a single father T_T.
Does Mephisto have kids? Oh, I do feel a little bad. Alright, so we'll go down to players 1 before we head into the plains of despair. Lilith is his kid? Really? So who did Mephisto... Who's Lilith's mom? Who birthed Lilith? Hate is her mom?
Pretty sure it's Chassis.
Okay, that makes more sense. Huh. I'm just wondering how Mephisto is her dad. You know? How did that work?
Well, when a mommy and daddy love each other very much.
Yeah, I understand that. Moogirl and I went online and shopped on the Stork site, and then she got pregnant. So, trust me, I get how that works. I've been to the site. Stork Hub. Y'all never been? That's great. Just like has the, you know, different selections, and you pick one, and then Moogirl goes off to the Stork site for a day and comes back and she's pregnant.
What do you need?
Alright. Nice and easy. Visual down. Let's see what we can get from the forge. Pull runes so we can up this. I guess we need Lum too, huh? Excuse me.
At Studio Do became a member.
Oh, dull rune. But we did get a perfect skull at least, and a flawless skull, and a skull. We just got all the skulls. So at least Steel Driver. There. Studio Dude, thank you very much. That one was better. Iodol, Iodol. We do have Iodol. So, I heard people vomit like they sneeze. I do. It hurts a lot. 4 max 27 AR is actually not bad. Studio Dude with a gifted membership as well. GG, thank you so much. GG. Hey, let's go back up to players 8. Why not? We're cruising. We're doing good damage. We can run high. What's membership? Membership is YouTube's Twitch sub. Because subbing on YouTube is following on Twitch. And being a member on YouTube is being a sub on Twitch. So you're just supporting, you know, monthly. A couple bucks a month, $5 a month, whatever you want. There's a few different, like, levels of it you could do. Do players 8 Diablo? Honestly, it wouldn't be that bad even right now. That's how crazy this character is at the moment. Our damage is so high. We have such a nice weapon. We'd be able to do players 8 Diablo pretty well. That's Steel Driver. What a find. You wouldn't mind a subway right now? I mind for you. I didn't know people willingly went there anymore. Yeah, it's a very strange to say spawn. If Subway was still $5 footlongs, I'd be like, okay, I get it. Because if you go to Jersey Mike's, you know, it might be like 10, 11 bucks for your sub or something. But Subway is like $10, $11 for your sub now too. For just like 10 times worse quality. I don't get it. I'm on players 8, so rune drops are going to be more plentiful. Alright, we'll go down to players 1. And vitality. Now, one tip, if you send your demon on like the opposite side of Diablo, then Diablo will go fight him. Nice. I actually really wanted a new helm like Peasant Crown for this. This is just working out perfectly, man. This is just amazing. Wow. 3 mana steal on the gloves. That would free up the boots. Oh, wait, I'm going to socket this, though, so we're fine, actually. Oh, man. All right, well, let's go. We actually have a lot of options. There's so much stuff. Like, this has just been, we've been just showered with gear, if I'm going to be honest. Absolutely showered. Okay, let's go Hawkmail for Can't Be Frozen on Mercenary. Yeah, I mean, it's like okay. He'll lose a little red. I mean, it'd be fine. I don't know.
Let us begin.
Yeah, like, is Indario going to drop his Shaco next? Kind of feels like it. But yeah, getting +1 skill, faster run walk, vitality, and energy is so nice. I literally was thinking about this at like the start of Nightmare. I was like, man, Peasant Crown would be so nice. Okay.
Master herding demonic slaves.
So let's go do this. Again, finding Leech is really helpful. So I'm just going to jam here, and we'll take 4% Life Leech, 3% Mana Leech. If you have, like, nice Mana Leech somewhere else, you could also grab an Rune and put it in, and just get 7 Life Leech, and then get Mana Leech from something else. But now this, like, pretty well covers it. Like, that is most of the leech that I need. So now if I want, I can start shifting out, you know, different rings and stuff for other rings that could be a little nicer in other ways. Right, like there's some options. But what I also wanted to show is over here. Trading. You can just buy boots and gloves that just have like high resistances on them. So I actually want to get
Welcome to the desert rain.
some like, I mean, maybe it's a little greedy to try and get faster run walk with resistances as well. But that's like my favorite combo.
Hi there.
But we can see what gloves we could maybe pick up. I could find 40 fast run walk boots, which could be really nice because the 2% lifesteal is pretty like meh right now. And again, also my gloves are just basically 11 cold res. Yeah, they have some poison res as well, which is okay, but I don't care about that nearly as much. 26 light res, 2 to bow and crossbow skills. My FCR is just 35. 25 from here and 10 from here. So, yes, some of my jewelry has actually been really nice, or some of my gear has actually been really nice, but there's also been some trash. Like, my gloves are trash, my rings aren't very good.
What you need?
My boots are, like, fine, I guess, here, but could be a lot better. You're using a 90 life, 35 res belt you shopped. Yeah, I mean, you can shop a lot of, like, really nice gear. And this is just the fastest place and easiest place to do it. It's just Loot Galane Nightmare there. It's like, there's a 74 life belt. You know, I'll keep my 2020 because it also has 16 slots, which is nice. There's 30 fast run walk boots.
Good day.
Really wanted 40s. 3 to martial arts. Dang.
Hello.
27 light res. There we go. That's what I really was just looking for. I just wanted to get like 27 light res or something. You know, I'm actually going to keep the 20 fast run walks. They're fine enough, and they do have a little extra mana leech, which is really nice. Just make it so I barely have to do anything for that. Alright, now, as per usual, like we've discussed before, this is a great leveling spot. You can level here over and over and over again. Alright, muzzle. Just want to see at gmail.com. Go ahead. So, if you want to level up right here, you know, again, go as high as you want. Essentially, you can take this up into like 70s if you would like. You know, I'm happy enough. 61 is high enough for me, so I really don't mind. I'm just doing it as like the showcase. But you can also find some like nice runes and things, decent items doing that. So it is something that can be fun and useful. But not super important. Just depends how much leveling you want. And also a little bit of, like we talked about before, which was where you're leveling like comfort is. So I'm pretty comfortable with it. 30 forges, still haven't gotten your Demon with Curse at Forge. Ouch. Yeah, I mean, that's where I say just like go grab Ishmael from Travancore or something. So many people are like hung up on grabbing Mephisto. Like Curse Fanat Mephisto or something. Yeah, it can technically be a little better, but really, all that matters is that you have Curse, and you can get Curse from Ishmael or from Pitspawn. To life. So many like meh charms. Pretty disappointed in the charms today. But not disappointed in some other pieces of gear, so what you gonna do? We got the steel driver. Find a waypoint. Perfect. My charms are just like a little cold damage. That's it. And then 1/7 cold res. Really weak. We'll go down to players 1 in here in case we run into Ghost or whatever. Just try and kill stuff quick. Oh, that perfect skull just feels so nice. There we go, there are Ghosts. Souls. Super looted late game. I still have 2 life leech, 5 decay. Should I toss Vex into Arax for mana leech? I mean, you should probably swap off one of those rings to a mana leech ring and then not waste the Vex there, but like, hey, if you want to spend the Vex there, you totally can as well. I mean, it'll be fine. I just feel like I'd rather get the leech somewhere else, but... And that's also where I'm just running, like, a perfect skull. Save me a Vex rune. Yeah, Trav Council can spawn Fanat. And there's always curse on Ishmael, so. Echoing Strike is pretty good on it, Ubers. Your Bind Demon can tank and then you just like crush from behind. Oh yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Let's go do some ancients, shall we? So, especially in Nightmare, again, make sure you're on P1, but like, Ancients should be a complete breeze here. Yeah. Just make sure you're getting them cursed. But we are a high enough level and our damage is disgusting right now, this Steel Driver. So we will just keep rolling forward. More points to Blade Warp, more points to Vitality. Working towards a 10k Echoing Strike. Again, we could go players 8 down here if we wanted. But next Nemesis, hello. With the Might Aura, we are 6k to 9.3k. Pretty good. Pretty good. Three-socket lance. Remember, insight doesn't go into spears. I think I talked about a pike before. I hope I didn't mention it as like an insight potential, but just as like a good base for stuff. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. Speak incorrectly. World Stone Keep level 2. Grab the waypoint, like we talked about before. Just can be useful. Yeah, he does less. Do you think the devs will ever show eye level on items? It doesn't seem like something that they're interested in. They like there kind of being mystery in the game still with that stuff. They like not having perfect information. I don't know, I was like, yeah, show it. But I mean, I can still appreciate them not. My throat was like a broadsword is mad about it. Yeah, I mean, I've messed it up too before. So I see the annoyance of it, but I also can understand the idea of, you know, wanting to keep D2, D2 and not go too far with everything. Not making a mod, but I think that's one that would be good. I'll be sad if they nerf him to the ground. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they should nerf him to the ground, but I think they should give him some nerfs. Okay, now we will definitely players 8 all the waves here. Nightmare. Yes, binary. Gold enchanted cursed. I didn't find Shaco, I found Peasant Crown. Poor man Shaco. Oh, Mercenary. Sad. Dang, let's go surf. Have Moo draw a llama on your forehead for 5,300 subs. Put the skull in here. That's what I want to do with the one I looted. Okay, players 1 for Baal himself. I feel like we gotta get our Mercenary just because, you know, he journeyed with us through all of Nightmare. It'd be mean to leave him out. Oh, that's a pretty mythical West. And voila!
Is my burden to bear. Torbelos.
Nightmare. Is all done on this beauty. Pretty solid. Yeah, like I don't know. Let's just review really fast our gear. We have enough stats to wear our gear. Rest into vitality. Base 35 energy. I probably don't need that anymore now that I have energy from all of other sources. Skills were max. One all around here. Could put one into lethargy again if I wanted, but I feel strong enough. One hexbane, and then I'm just maxing blade warp as we go. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Not up this and use this? I don't know. Seems like just... I mean, come on. Massive ED and Mana Steel, Lifesteal. Like, what more do you want? you know? I just realized as well. We got a terrible roll. Only 175. Still doesn't matter. We got it Ethereal, so huge. If not, though, of course, just running Insight would be plenty enough. We'd still be doing great damage. And then we could run this like on our Mercenary, you know, so I'd run another one on our Mercenary, run something else, use the bill we had there, whatever. Peasant Crown, really solid. We could also socket this and put like a Rao Rune or an Ort Rune or something before going to Hell, just to get a little bit more res. 10 all res, 29 energy, actually really nice. The energy is super helpful because this is costing 17 mana at cast, so just nice to have. Though we do have the perfect skull here for the mana leech now, and the mana leech from these, so that is helping a lot. Ancient's Pledge for survivability, stealth for the FCR, FRW. We do have an authority as well, but because we're not using the FCR from Insight, this is where I'm going to grab it instead. So, womp womp. Lightning res that we shopped there, 10 FCR just to get to that 30 breakpoint. We found Saigon's Belt. Not bad. Oh, if we wanted as well, we could have that 10% life leech from this and just go really big on the life leech, but we drop a lot of res for that. Life leech over here on this ring as well, why not? And then mana leech, of course, in the fast run walk. So gear is, you know, okay, really good up here, kind of mid and lame, and like our jewelry is not very good, our gloves, you know, whatever stuff. But yeah, that's part Nightmare. Mercenaries is kind of rocking some basic stuff. We're level 65, which is cruising. Again, if you want to do more leveling at this point, go do more Baal runs. This is actually really good for Baal runs. Go do more, you know, Eldritch runs. You can farm some terror zones now if you want, right? City of the Danged is now terrorized. So you can come back here and you can just like farm players 8 in these areas. And just pick up experience and whatever stuff. So really a lot of like good options for you overall for kind of leveling up if you want to get, you know, up into the 70s before you go to Hell. I feel pretty good at 65 just moving to Hell. We could rush through Hell if we want really fast, or we can just kind of play through, continue in a normal way. But yeah, that is part Nightmare of the Echoing Strike guided playthrough. I hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.